Hello, my friends, and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing really well. It's really good to have you here. And thank you so much for your continued love and support. I really appreciate it. All your likes, comments, subscribes. It's just the best. So thank you. So today's reading, I just wanted to do something different. And this is a subject which I really thought, I resonated with it. So I thought I would explore it. Energies after the eclipse. It's been quite a powerful time for a lot of people. And also the energies go on for a year. So even though this is not a timeless reading, it's timed for about a year. That's how intense these energies were. So 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Pile 1 is this beautiful pink tourmaline. Pile 2 is this golden healer quartz. And pile 3 is this blue topaz. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, my friends, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline is connected with the heart chakra. Also slightly connected with Svadhisthana as well, the sacral chakra. But we're looking, I think, maybe of something to do with the heart. So there may have been some issues around the heart that may have shifted for you during this eclipse or these eclipses. Maybe some healing of heart energies. Tourmaline is a very healing energy. It also promotes kind of growth, sustainability. I also get a feeling of royalty as well. Tourmaline, pink tourmaline is a very coveted stone by, or kind of gemmy versions of it, almost like an emerald or a sapphire. Almost like an aquamarine as well. So those are kind of unconventional but beautiful stones. Not on the same level as ruby though. So there is that royalty kind of aspect to it, but it's more to do with the purity of heart. And also very protective. So there is a slight fierceness there. And also boundaries, I see. So let's just pop that there. And let's see what this card is for you, pile 1. We've got frustration. It is reversed. I'm going to take it reversed. So I think a situation that you were frustrated with, it's now not so much. I feel more that you've been able to achieve some kind of peace with it. It's almost like you tried. You really tried. And now you've just got to ride it out to see how it goes. So I've pre-shuffled some cards for you and let's have a look at what they are. I clearly haven't organised them well enough as well. Okay, what am I going to give to you first, right? Okay, let's have this one. Wow. Ornamentia, which is integrity. So I think you're realizing that, you're not going to compromise yourself within a situation that you were trying to work your way around. You thought that you were going to be able to work your way around a situation in terms of behaving a certain way, but now you've realized that if you do that, you will compromise your integrity. So now you're like, right, you know what? I just understand that this situation is not going to work out the way I want it to. So I'm going to stick with my values and my integrity here. Wow, Capricorn, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And in fact, it actually makes you stronger. It makes you a lot stronger than what you were before. In fact, I see, it's interesting because this image is now reversed. It's almost like you're holding up You're providing the stability for an unstable situation because you're being true to yourself. Brilliant. Love it. Love it. It's really interesting to see how this eclipse affected different people in different ways. A lot of friends of mine were tested. They had situations where they were tested and they felt that they were pushed in certain ways with that situation, with their situations. But me personally, I had more kind of a settlement within my integrity. So it could be either one of those two things that are happening. You know, you could be tested, and then you realize that you want to kind of go a certain way, or you could be that, right, you've already decided it. It's kind of like cementing your gut feeling in terms of you thinking, right, I've just got to think of myself now, you know, it's not about thinking about other people. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Interesting. So you're just locking down any kind of communication with anyone, really, to be fair. I think maybe you were trying to put a point across previously, and now you've just kind of thought, you know what, what's the point? What's the point of me doing? It's like me talking to a brick wall. There is also a sense of you not being able to be your true self in order to maximize potential of the situation. You're keeping your cards close to your chest. Okay, we've got the 7 of Coins. Yeah, I mean, if this isn't to do with work, I'll be very surprised. And, I mean, I don't know. Like, what's really interesting is that this may be in a work situation, or it could be to do with personal value and sense of self. Because we have this Empress reversed here, it could be to do with... and remember, if this is not your reading... Please click off. This is a general reading. These readings all on YouTube are general. They're all general. If you want a personal reading, you have to get in touch with the reader and then they can provide you with more information. But please don't take it personally. This should only be confirming what you already know. Yeah, I can't stress that enough because I've just been seeing a lot of readers like having to apologize for their readings, and it's just like, it's a reading on YouTube. If you really resonate, this should only confirm what you already know, okay? And I trust my viewers to understand that. You know, they know themselves and they really don't need some tarot reader on YouTube to tell them that. And, you know, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. So, there may be something in terms of like the mother figure here. So self-value, the mother, and now understanding where you've compromised yourself previously, and now you're pushing yourself into a place where you're like, right, okay. And it could be with bosses as well, you know, like sometimes if it's a maternal figure at work or whatever, it happens often where situations in family dynamics or personal dynamics play themselves out in work situations. So this seems like that, particularly with this Empress reverse. So you could be dealing with a nasty boss character who's a female, or you could be dealing with somebody that may remind you of like a kind belligerent, is a belligerent maternal figure. But that's what I'm seeing. Don't come for me. It's just what I'm seeing. If it doesn't resonate, click off. 7 of Coins, you know, it's almost like you're having to consistently start again with this person. Like, it's almost like you can't do anything right with this person when you try to do something with them, which is really interesting how I gave that warning as well, because that's exactly the tone. It's like you either take it or leave it. So there's very much that here. Very much. Okay, let's clarify these cards. It's a very strong position, pile 1. Very strong position. Look at that. It's like a rectangle, and you've got the 4 of Pentacles here. If you wanted to have like a physical representation of the 4 Pentacles, that shape is it, you know? So, you know. And what's really interesting is that this character here, which looks a bit Rapunzel-esque, is almost similar to the sense of like, you know, you're seeing actually who it is that you're going to who you're going to collaborate with, and who it is that you see like real opportunity with, because she looks quite scared whether or not to like let her hair down or what. So it's almost like you really are being discerning about who you let into your space. And I don't think that you're going to compromise in a way that's going to affect your integrity. 6 of Cups. What's that? Clarifying the 7 of Coins. Okay, I mean, that like there was some kind of, you know, energy that you did feel. You did feel some good energy initially, but it's not enough. And you've been dealing with this person and you understand how to deal with them. But I mean, it's one thing dealing with a maternal figure and it's another thing dealing with somebody that you work with, you know. Sometimes family you have to tolerate, work people you don't. And it's just the same, you know, when you're in with particular dynamics, you don't need to necessarily tolerate it. 10 of Swords, you've got 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Yeah, you're truly like, you're walking away from the drama. Sun reversed. Yeah. Okay, that's really interesting. I think you might be making plans to go elsewhere. You're like, right, I need something different. I can't deal with this. And the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, there's 2 things I'm seeing here. There's a possibility that you could be seen as someone who might be emotionally unstable. That might be the picture that's being painted of you. But it could also be is that you find that when you engage with this person, they turn you into someone who is emotionally unstable. You know, because every time it's almost like a trigger. So for example, if they do trigger you into like a certain situation, you find that you end up behaving a certain way. So there's really ample reasons for you to make sure that you're hanging on to this sense of integrity. Really, really clear. It's great, pile 1. Okay, wow. Struggle. So we've got struggle here. 32, number 5. 5 is a difficult number. It is reversed. I'm going to take it reversed. So I'm thinking that you're relinquishing the struggle. You're relinquishing it. You're just letting go. You're like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I am done. Wow, hair in the oak. You are really looking for new opportunities. It's almost like you're darting in and out of places. And it's number 3. It's the Empress upright, that number. So you're starting to understand really where your opportunities lie, as opposed to, you know, as opposed to not. Sorry if the mic was a little bit poppy there. I was speaking right into it. And your last card to close out the reading, pile 1, is Connection is the only game. Wow. Connection is the only game. That's really interesting. It is a game, connection, isn't it? How we connect to each other, how we connect to people, how we connect to ourselves. It's almost like, how do we do it? How do we engage in it? It changes all the time. It's never the same. How we connect with ourselves in one moment is never the same when we connect in another. That's really interesting. So that's your advice to consider over this eclipse period. These times are not like so straightforward. Eclipses are very interesting energy. It's a very interesting energy. So well done for everything that you've been going through and everything that you've kind of worked through so far. You're doing really well, Pile 1. I'm really proud of you. If you enjoyed this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Do let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this reading and your thoughts, if you care to share. But otherwise, my friends, take care and remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful golden healer quartz, and already I can get the sense that you are... whatever you have done over these past, or like whatever work that you've done over the past eclipses, actually has a kind of reverberating effect on those around you. They seem to have some really clear feeling of being healed by either your presence or by your work that you've done in this time, whatever it is, and you may not even be aware of it. I just got a feeling that it's more... It's really benefited some people around you. They're really, I don't even know if they're grateful for it, but they really are feeling grateful for the energy. So that's something to just keep in mind through this reading. Wow, look at that piece. Don't know if you can see that because it's so like light. So, I mean, I don't know. I think you might have gone through something that has instigated a sense of peace. With Pile 1, I mentioned that there was some instances where I spoke to some of my friends and they had said that they had been very much challenged through this time. I didn't really feel that. I just felt the energy shift and something essentially release. And I feel like that's what's happened, because that's why we've got this kind of healing energy. So let's have a look at your other cards. You got 3 of these bad boys. So you got 3 astrology cards. You got the 9th house. You got the 7th house. And then you also got Scorpio. And I will take it in reverse. So it's something about in your relationships. So, okay. It might be a partner, if you're in a relationship, that you have connected with on a deeper level. You may have not been communicating on an emotional level in a great way previously, but there's something that you have done or that you've learned, or maybe you've done some kind of personal work that's actually reverberated and allowed other people or the other person within the relationship with you to kind of see that, you know, they need to do work, or that what, you know, it kind of shows them what they need to do. If you're not in a relationship, people who are in a relationship around you are learning things from you. And also you're learning about what you want from a relationship. There may be some kind of things where you're seeing that it's not working and you're refusing to take part in that. Quite similar to the way of Pile 1, but this is like actually that your attitude is actually promoting a sense of peace around all of those that are around you, particularly those in relationships. I also think that there is a deeply spiritual connection here. Your spirituality and your connection to spirituality, be that to your guides, to your ancestors, your guardians, be that to your religion, be that to whatever or however you connect to spiritually in this incarnation, in this reality, that is highly influential. And it's also showing, it's also providing a really good example for those who are around you to follow. Drama, that's really interesting. Skylar. I want to know who she is. Bear with me. Okay, well, this is pretty, like, interesting. It's a little bit like, I wouldn't go as far as siren-esque. It's a bit, it's just drama, innit? It's just drama. And you're steering clear of it. You just go for the peaceful option. You're taking the peaceful road. And you're staying away from anything that may be causing any drama. Let's see what this is about. Okay, oh, okay, you got 6 cards. You got the Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Knight of Wands reversed, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, Justice reversed. Oof. Ten of Coins reversed, the Page of Coins upright, and the Wands, the 5 of Wands reversed. Oh my God, you're getting out of this situation because it's just bare, like, it's just drama. Like, not only is it drama, it's just not very good. It's quite toxic, to be fair. It feels like you're exiting this situation because it's not your time, it's not your place. You're realizing that there's nothing really that you can kind of run with, in terms of like that you can't get the ball rolling with something. So you're actually making a plan with what you have to get out of there, because it's almost like you're seeing the reality of the situation and you're like, right, okay, you know what? This is really not for me. I don't know, you may have gotten to a certain situation where you're like, right, okay, I actually have to go. It might be a relationship. It might be a toxic relationship. It might be that some of you have gotten into a relationship with someone and then realized that this person was toxic and they'd started to demonstrate traits of it, of toxicity, and you have decided to get the heck out, because it's almost like you're seeing the signposts of drama. Usually within particular dynamics, if there is a lot of drama at the beginning of a relationship, that's usually a red flag. So it's almost like that as an example, right? Only take what resonates. If it doesn't, maybe choose another part or leave the reading. But please, this should only be a confirmation of what you already know, not telling you anything you don't. And remember, it is only a general reading. If you want a personal reading, you can always get in touch with me in the description box below. So, because this is a highly unfair situation. It's not a fair situation at all. We've got major arcana here. We've got big players here. We've got Wheel of Fortune reversed. And then we've also got Justice reversed, or Wheel of Fate reversed. So these 2 cards are telling me that something has turned in, like it's actually gone against you in a way. And the meaning behind the 10 of Pentacles was that Odysseus came back from being on a long voyage and only the dogs recognized him, but he couldn't go up to his wife or his child because he knew that he might get killed. So there's a little bit like that. There's a little bit where you're feeling a little bit, if you get involved or you show your hand, or you know, or something, or maybe even protest about something, it's just going to be so not worth it. So you're literally you're counting your losses, or taking your losses and hightailing it out of there, because it is quite a highly volatile situation. Let's clarify this. Wow. That's really amazing that you've been able to keep that kind of like vibe, considering what's going on with this. I wouldn't be surprised if the people that you're healing have no idea that you're doing it. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is clarified by the King of Swords, see? Wheel of Fate is clarified by the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're I wouldn't even say like similar to Part 1, not even like keeping your like they were keeping their cards close to their chest, and you are just doing like you're just stepping back. You're just almost disappearing. Wow. Justice reversed, clarified by the Three of Wands. You're hightailing it out of there. This is, I feel like for some of you, I don't know who's watching, but this could be quite a volatile, potentially like severe situation. So well done for getting out of it. Okay, we've got the Star. Yeah. It could be, you know, an abusive partner or someone like that. You know, that's what I'm seeing here. And you're getting out of there. Yeah, Ace of Swords, Jesus. Yeah, I think you may have been in a toxic relationship and you're getting out of it. Eight of Wands. Five of Wands. It hasn't been easy. You haven't been able to get out. You might have been making plans to get out, and you haven't been able to. Abundance, it's reversed. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you realize that not only was this eating into your money, but whatever this other energy was, or these other energies were around you, they were eating into your energy. They were eating into your abundance. They were costing you money. You may have lost money in some kind of way. Okay, so we've got the Trout and Lily of the Valley, purification. Okay, you can't even see that. One sec. It's because you've got so many cards, my beautiful pile. 2. Yay. There we go. We've got another one as well, so I will put it here. So it's almost like you've had to kind of go through this state so that you can purify yourself of what you've had to go through. Like you're purifying yourself through going through this situation. Or maybe you're kind of realizing how dirty you've gotten by being involved in this situation. I think that's actually more accurate. I really hope you can hear me. Okay, so we've got the Cayman and the Poppy, dreams. Cayman and the Poppy, 20. That's judgment. This one, it's really interesting. I think that's 43. Has this got 43 cards in it? Wow. Yeah, so that's 43. So that's 7. So I think it's almost like going through some kind of real trauma or real kind of hardship to get through to a situation where you're realizing what your true dreams are. And this is quite a hard truth, but it's almost like you've had to go through this situation in order to get through that. I've spoke about it before, but I worked with women that were in abusive situations. And, you know, it's very difficult to leave an abusive partner sometimes. And definitely if you're enmeshed. So to be able to encourage a sense of feeling strong enough or safe enough to be able to actually take the steps to leave and become independent again is a big thing. And I think that's taken its time. I'm not saying that that's what's happened here, but that's the example. That's the gravitas that I'm feeling here in terms of this eclipse energy. Take what resonates. So it feels like you've been through something of that level that's really kind of caused you to reassess your strength. Just throw time at it until it's a thing. This is very much about persistence and perseverance. And where you didn't see possibilities before, it takes small steps to build something that actually seems tangible and is a reality. And you've done that. And I don't know if you are seeing the actual results of where you're stepping into that reality at this eclipse, or whether you're actually starting to believe that you can create this other reality. It's one of the two. So you're either just starting to believe so that you step into it, or that you start to create it, or it's that you actually have done it and now you're stepping into it and living it. So that's what I see for you, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, thank you so much for your beautiful energy, and thank you for allowing me to read it. Take care. Have a beautiful morning, evening, night, day, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Part 3, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful quartz crystal. Sorry, it's not quartz. That's so interesting because I thought it looked like quartz, but it's not. It's blue topaz. Blue topaz is about you achieving clarity and compassion, but also achieving it through a higher state of consciousness. So understanding it from a higher perspective. Quartz is a channeler. So it's almost like you're... I'm feeling that you want to channel some of your knowledge in a way that imbues passion and compassion and understanding in others for what you say. I hope that makes sense. It's almost like you're coming to certain realizations that you didn't do before the eclipse, or that you were in a process of during the eclipse. And now you want to communicate that to others, but in a loving way, in a compassionate way, and also a really light way, not a huge way, like not an enforcing way. Let's have a look. Disruption. Yeah, you want to communicate this in a way that it's almost like you do have information that is going to be quite disruptive, but you want to communicate it in the best way. Okay, let's have a look at your cards, pile 3. Wow, okay. Prosperity, Erizuli, and we have the full moon reversed. I mean, I don't know, I really feel to take this reversed, but it doesn't really matter. I think you were thinking about doing something that maybe you know that you love, but you won't get a lot of money from, that isn't very prosperous. Does that make sense? But it is fulfilling something. And I don't know if there was some kind of energy that stopped you, that disrupted you. Maybe even this full moon, this eclipse energy, like stopped you from doing it. Let's have a look at the tarot. This is really interesting, actually. Okay, we got the 8 of coins reversed. We have the 6 of swords reversed. Absolutely. What I was saying just now. 20, judgment. And the 3 of swords. Wow, okay. I hear that. Okay, so the image I've got in my head is someone who is maybe having to report, is like a news reporter, and they're having to report on a situation that's really devastating and heartbreaking, but they're having to go back there because they feel like a real purpose to go back and report the story. And it's not because of their monetary value, it's because it's something that breaks their heart and that they believe that it needs to get out there. That's the feeling I'm getting. And that's the image I'm getting. It's actually something that people will think that it's not really good for them. But it's about how the situation is affecting you emotionally, as opposed to something that is for development in a financial sense or personal gain sense. I hope that makes sense. And 9 of Wands. I'm just looking at the card. Wow, that's really interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You've received a calling to do this. But it really breaks your heart. And I think that the element of prosperity will return to you in a way that I don't think that you're actually fully, you may not be fully aware of it just yet. It may also be that this eclipse disrupted you. Like maybe you had to take a couple of days off to recover from something. And maybe you didn't anticipate that it would have affected you this intensely. People told me that they cried during this eclipse. They felt it very emotionally. So that could also be something. Let's clarify. No, I want to clarify with this deck. Wow, yeah, you are going to be prosperous from following this train, even though you may be denying yourself of some kind of monetary gain currently. So it's almost like you're I don't even think that you're playing the long game. It's more that you're like, right, I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I love, as opposed to what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. Absolutely. Working with others is going to be something very beneficial to you. You're going to find a group of people that you're going to connect with, and they're going to help you on this mission. You're realizing who you can trust. You may have not been able to trust people before. Maybe that's what's happened. Maybe you've started up a business and you've realized that, you know, the person that you invested with initially is actually not somebody that you can actually trust. 6 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I think you did really trust this person, or there was someone that you did really put your faith in. You did really have some, you know, it may have been a bit of a dream come true, and then that kind of got cheated. And the Page of Swords reversed. You're realizing that your outreach, in terms of your communication, for example, like your business strategy, or maybe even your kind of like your social media strategy, or whatever kind of promotional strategy that you did previously, it didn't work. So you're needing to do something different. So Another thing I'm seeing here is definitely work. It could have been a work kind of situation that happened. And because of these hiccups, there was like a major disruption. But actually, you're realizing what it is that you need in order to move forward so that this doesn't happen again. And coming back to the blue topaz, I think that you might be, I think that your tone of working with certain people actually really helps you. It's just that this other hiccup, it wasn't your fault. I think it was something that was a bit treacherous. Okay. Joy. It's reversed and it's number 6, which is really interesting. That resonates with the 6 of Swords being reversed. You feel like you should be happy about something, but you can't be because it's just a shame of what happened previously. It's a bit bittersweet, That's the idea I'm getting from this image of Arazuli, I think her name is. The chipmunk and the laurel, success. I mean, even though there is this hiccup, you're going to be successful. This is going to be really good. It's going to be really, you're going to be prosperous. You're going to work through this, but there is pain behind this. There is pain. I think you wanted it to be in a certain way, and it just hasn't happened that way, and it just kind of makes you think, oh man, I really wish it did happen that way. Why didn't it happen that way? Why couldn't it have happened that way? It would have been so much nicer. Why couldn't things have worked out that way? There's a bit of that. But that's okay. It's part of it. But you're going to be very successful, pile 3. Or whatever it is this endeavor is, and it's going to provide a really good financial stability. It's really going to bring very good financial stability for you. Okay, you got 2 of these guys. Summon the otherworldly. I love that. And we've got good. Just been looking at screens a lot. Oh dear, I wouldn't be surprised if this disruption has got to do with computers or some kind of technology failing. And you just are oh my God, please, universe, just help me out with this, because this is just crazy. And people who were supposed to follow through with things haven't followed through. And I'm just stuck in this place and I'm having to do this thing. Maybe you're having to work overtime, loads of hours, and you're having to pull something out from somewhere inside of you to just get things going, to do things, to work through things. And guess what? You do it and boom, you reap the benefits. Basically you reap the benefits because there's just so much stuff that wants to be full moon, joy, success. You've got all the success, you've got the 9 of coins, you've got really good, and prosperity, you've got really good prosperous cards, but there's just this kind of bittersweet edge to it, which is and there's the lesson of this eclipse. So pile 3, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Remember, only take what resonates. This really should only be a confirmation of what you already know. You are the ones who are choosing this, not me. So if you want a personal reading, however, and then we can go deeper, you've got my details in the description box. But otherwise, my darlings, have a beautiful morning, evening, day, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye.